My name's Martin, and I've been a web developer for over 20 years now. And the purpose of this video is to just randomly picked on a website. And this particular website is shavers.co.uk. And we just want to spend a few minutes going through it so that you can get an idea of what sort of information you're going to get if you purchase the Webmasters video. So here we go. So we can see that shavers.co.uk has an SSL certificate, which is a good quality one, and we'll just get straight into it. So the very first thing that we're going to do is just remove the www and go for shavers.co.uk, and we immediately hit into a problem here. So here's the first problem for shavers.co.uk. They're not redirecting the non-www shavers.co.uk to the www.variant, and this basically is a no-no for Google because it's duplicate content. So we can reach the page without the www and with the www. Of course, that's going to make me go and have a look and see if the HTTPS is working, and that is. So if I put in HTTP, I'm forwarded. So it's not the end of the world, but it is a big issue because there's a duplicate content issue with this website. So okay, let's have a look what they do. Okay, so we've got some nice big banners, some guides, some advice, electric shavers, rotary versus foil, a few blog items there, best-selling information and prices. And presumably we can click through to the products. Yes, we can. Okay, so let's just have a look at how Shavers have dealt with this content. So this is the page source, the source code behind the page that you see, and we referred to this as a document. And if you now think about Google as being the biggest document filing cabinet in the world, then we're placing this document within that filing cabinet. Okay, so let's have a look at what they've done. So our document that's going in the filing cabinet is titled shavers.co.uk, electric shavers, razors, shaver spares, Philly Shave, Braun and Panasonic. Well, that is not a title tag. That is a keyword tag that's been made to fit a title tag. So we don't have commas or hyphens or semicolons or colons or slashes and pipes or anything else. We're actually trying to get this page documented for this title. So let's see if they've succeeded in doing this. So we'll just dive off to Google. Put in their exact title. Search for it. And what do you know? They are actually found. Now what's interesting about this is that's a PPC advert. Here is the title tag, which is exactly as they wrote it. It's A, overlong, and B, it's got all these stock characters in it and words that don't need to be there. And if we just have a look at this little icon here, and it says the last time that Google visited this page was on the 28th of May at 10:47. Okay, so we know roughly when Google crawled them last. Okay, the next bit here is the description tag. We carry all makes and model, Braun, Philip, Remington, and again this is pretty spammy and not very good because we've got commas where there shouldn't be commas. It's more about the brands. It's not basically telling you much about them, and this is your what you call your Harrods shop window. So what you write in here is what's going to draw the eye, and in this case that's not really great. So we'll come back to the content again. The description. Looking for an electric shaver, razor or spare part, we carry all makes and models. That's what we just read. So the description is probably about right in terms of length. And the keywords: shavers, electric shavers, beard trimmers, shavers, shop, shaving, best electric shaver, hair clippers, blah, blah. This is known as keyword stuffing in our industry. So basically what's happening here is that these keywords, in order to have relevance for the page that they're on, there must be content written about the keywords. So we've got a great big long list of keywords here with relatively no content written on the page. So if we just go back and let's say, for instance, we pick up Panasonic shavers. Let's just pick that one key phrase up. And then we go back to the page itself, Control F, Control V. We're looking for Panasonic shavers. and we look for it, and there's no mention of it on the page. So they're asking Google to catalogue Panasonic shavers for this page when this page doesn't even mention Panasonic shavers. So we're only on the home page here, and there's a lot further and a lot more for us to do. So we'll just quickly look at a few other bits. So we'll dive into a Panasonic shaver. Okay, so again, we're going to go back into, we can see here that we've got Panasonic shaver, and we've got a wet and dry URL here that ends in a .html, which is fine. And we've got some content on the page, some prices, it's in stock, ordered before 2:30 the same day, please see our returns policy. We'll just click on that. Now, does that pop up above or behind? It pops up above the page, which some people would figure out and others wouldn't. So that doesn't work, because you're taking an unsuspecting customer away from your page, and in order to get back to it, they'd have to close this pop-up page here, which some would do and quite a lot of wouldn't. So there's a fault with the product page. Buy now with the shaver and we'll give you an extra 10% off. Okay, so they're giving a product code here where you can get 10% off, and they've got spares and accessories. Page is beginning to get a little bit confusing, because this is the same shaver as another shaver, except you don't get the clean and charge system. So it's not the same because you don't get the clean and charge system. So that's slightly confusing. Then we get suitable spares and accessories, then view all spares and accessories, and the page is starting to dilute and get involved in lots of other products, whereas this information is useful, which is and this information is very useful from Trustpilot, sort of saying, you can trustworthy page, trustworthy site, good reviews, or a lot of excellent reviews. So I'm not knocking them, I'm just saying that this page is slightly confusing. Now, to the code behind this page, because this is just like any other page, it needs to be catalogued in Google's big filing cabinet. So this time we've got a better title tag. So we'll just quickly go off to Google and we'll search for this particular. I'm thinking about shaving now. We'll search for this tag, and that's not actually it. So it's been catalogued under another page. And the actual page itself, they've got a PPC advert running for it. Amazon. And there it is. So it is catalogued. So that's good. It is actually catalogued. And its star ratings showing. So they are doing some good things here. We'll go back to the page itself. We'll just go back to the view source of the page, and we're looking now for something called a canonical tag. So let's just see if we've got one of those, and yes we have, and there it is. So basically, regardless of how you reach this page, whether it came through a filter or another page, it should, if it's been done properly, always carry this URL, which makes it unique to the site and unique to Google, which is a good thing. So they've done well there. Let's pop this into the shopping cart. Okay, so we've got Pay Securely Now or PayPal checkout. Okay, they're saying I've ordered one. I can update that. Let's just see if I can. 2, update. No. Yes, it did do it. So yeah, I've got my update there. Resume shopping, empty basket. Pay Securely Now. Let's see what happens here. I'm still on HTTPS, which is good, and this is telling me that this site's built on Magento because of the way that it's laid out. This is a one-page checkout in Magento, and that's quite useful as well. One thing I've noticed, I'm quite happy with most of this site, apart from probably the most serious part is bad keywords and metadata, bad descriptions, bad title tags. I am just going to go back to the home page and just check some other really basic things. Okay, we have telephone number, free delivery. It's not highlighted very well, but free delivery. Let me just get rid of this. I'm going to run down to the page source on this page again. And you can see just by looking at this, we've got Google Analytics installed on the site. We've got Braintree, which is a form of PayPal, that's working on the site. We've got the Trustpilot widgets working for them, which is good. So they have a Trustpilot account that's paid for. Very light on content. Most of this code is just pictorial. So it would be pretty hard to get traction on some bigger key phrases. So there's very little. They're using a plugin called Crafty Postcode Lookup, which automatically fills out the postcode when a customer's in the shopping cart, and that makes the journey of the customer a lot easier. Okay, so I'm comfortable with where they're at. Down at the bottom, we're going to have a look at their Facebook account, because social media is so important, provided you're doing it properly. Now let's have a look at their social media account. So we've got the last post, the 3rd of February. Wow. Okay, so that's not great. What else have we got? Videos. Well, I've got a post here from 21 hours ago. It's not got any likes. We've got another post here yesterday at 47 minutes past midnight. That's probably a pre-written post that was released at a specific time of day and night. Again, no likes. No likes. Shavers on the 27th of May. No likes. They don't really seem to be doing very well with their social media. And that might be because of the way that these posts have been created, and they're not actually very interesting. They've got no traction, and the reason they've got no traction is because they've got no call to action. They're not doing anything positive for their client base, and all up, it's all a bit boring, and that's something that they could spend a lot of time on. Now let's just go and have a look at their Twitter account, see what's going on with Twitter with them. Here they've got a bit different story. So they're quite busy. They've had 1,477 tweets. They've got 1,000 followers. They're following 1,800. So they're probably liking other people's stuff and getting other people to like them. But that would result in the traction being relatively low, which it is. With just one person, you can pretty much guarantee that the person who liked this site is the person that liked these tweets, are the person that wrote them or somebody that they know, and it's very consistently low. So again, the social media marketing company could probably do with a better brief, or it might be that they're not entirely sure about what they're doing. So that's pretty much it for now. If you decide that you want to buy one of these videos, which I recommend you do, we will go through your site with an amazing amount of detail, so that you can walk away from it knowing that you're going to be able to make some improvements to your site, and maybe not make some of the mistakes that some of these successful sites do, and we'll be able to help you lift yourself up the search engines, provided you follow the instructions that we give you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.